I want you to imagine that you're hiking through the mountains and you come across what appears to be an abandoned cabin. But as you walk up, you notice something very strange. You smell the scent of your favorite meal. In fact, in the background, you hear your favorite song playing. You walk through the door and you see the fireplace already lit. You see the books you like to read on a table, the DVDs you watch on the TV. As you walk over to the bathroom, you notice the toiletries that you normally use. Now, what would you think? Obviously, you would suspect that somebody knew you were coming. In the past few decades, scientists have learned that in many ways, the universe is just like this cabin, that the many conditions that allow humans to live here are set precisely for human life. Physicist Freeman Dyson puts it this way: as we look out into the universe and identify the many accidents of physics and astronomy that have worked to our benefit, it almost seems as if the universe must in some sense have known that we were coming. The conditions for life within our universe are fine-tuned for the emergence and sustenance of human life. It's as if the laws of nature that allow us to survive here are on a razor's edge, and the slightest change to the left or the right, and the whole universe would be inhospitable to life. In fact, the parameters that make life possible are so exquisitely calibrated that the great scientist Sir Frederick Hoyle said it almost seems as if a super intellect has monkeyed with physics. One example of this fine-tuning is the expansion rate of the universe, which has to be set just right. Let me explain what I mean by this. When I was in college, some buddies and I got together and we thought it would be funny to use a huge rubber balloon launcher and launch balloons from our dorm out over the parking lot, over a row of trees, over a channel, to hit cars as they pulled up to a stop sign. Now, to hit our target, we have to have the exact right amount of water in the balloon, we have to have the right power, and we have to have the right angle. Otherwise, it'll go too far, not far enough, or to the left or to the right. One time we saw a car coming at night and we launched this balloon, and right as it pulled up to the stop sign, we hit it right smack on the windshield, and it cracked it. Needless to say, this lady was quite upset at us. We had to pay for it, and it put an end to our balloon launching careers. This is also true for the mass of the universe. You see, if the mass of the universe varied even slightly, then it couldn't expand at the right rate and have planets and galaxies and stars. Now, scientists Mark Horton and Hills Robert show that if the mass of the universe varied by 1 part in a million, billion, 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 then life would not be possible in our universe. Think about it this way. If the mass of the universe varied by the equivalent of 1 grain of sand, then we could not have life-sustaining planets. If there was 1 more grain of sand of mass, the universe would collapse in itself. 1 less grain, then the universe would expand too quickly and not form planets capable of supporting life. The fine-tuning of the expansion rate of the universe is just one example of how the conditions of the universe have to be set precisely right for human life to be possible. But you see, scientists have found at least 30 such parameters that have to be just right. Oxford physicist Roger Penrose said if we take each one of these individual improbabilities and add them together, the number itself would be so great we couldn't even write it down in the universe. Why? Because that number would have more zeros than the number of elementary particles in the universe. Simply put, the first compelling evidence for the existence of God or an intelligent designer is that the universe is fine-tuned exquisitely for life. And that points towards a cosmic fine-tuner, namely God.